Welcome to Brainwaves. Today's video is all about the most beautiful tropical birds. From mesmerizing colors to unique patterns, tropical birds are some of the most stunning creations in the world. Tropical birds are found in warm and humid regions such as the rainforests of South and Central America, Africa, and Asia. These birds have evolved to live in these hot environments and have developed unique characteristics to survive. Join us as we explore the breathtaking world of tropical birds and discover some of the most beautiful species in existence. The resplendent quetzal is a striking bird that is commonly regarded as one of the most beautiful tropical birds. Measuring up to 14 inches long, it is a medium-sized bird with a distinctly vibrant appearance. The bird has iridescent green feathers on its head, back, and upper breast that give off a dazzling metallic sheen, whereas its lower breast and belly are ruby red. The tail of the resplendent quetzal is an opulent turquoise green, and its feathers are long and flowing, which makes it look majestic when it flies. Its wings have a combination of green and brown feathers, and its beak is short and robust. Male and female resplendent quetzals are not easily distinguishable from each other, but males have longer, more developed tail feathers than the females. Overall, the plumage of the resplendent quetzal is vivid, and since it is active during the day, it is easy to spot when you're in its habitat. Resplendent quetzals can be found primarily in the cloud forests of Central America, particularly in the countries of Mexico, Guatemala, and Honduras. They thrive in high-altitude forests that have a lot of moisture, such as the cloud forests found at elevations between 1,500 to 3,000 meters. These forests provide the perfect environment for the resplendent quetzals to live in, with plenty of tall trees and epiphytes where they can rest and hide from predators. While they are generally found in these Central American countries, their habitat extends to parts of South America as well, including Colombia, Venezuela, Bolivia, and Ecuador. In these countries, the resplendent quetzal is mostly found in the Andes Mountains, where it inhabits the dense, humid forests that cover the mountain slopes. Despite their extensive habitat range, the resplendent quetzal is a species under threat due to habitat destruction and hunting. Resplendent quetzals have been held in high esteem by the indigenous communities of Central America for centuries. The bird has cultural significance, and many of the ancient Mesoamerican cultures considered the bird to be sacred. In the Aztec civilization, the bird was thought to be a representation of the god Quetzalcoatl, who was revered as the creator of the world. The bird was also used as a symbol of freedom, and the Mayans even used the bird's long feathers as currency. The bird has caught the imagination of artists and poets around the world for its striking beauty, and it has been featured in art and literature from various cultures. The bird has made appearances in ancient Mayan and Aztec art, and it has also been depicted in contemporary music and poetry. Furthermore, the bird has also played a significant role in the political and economic history of Central America, where its feathers were traded as valuable commodities. It's interesting to note that the resplendent quetzal has a unique breeding behavior that sets it apart from other birds. The male bird is responsible for nesting, and it builds a nest in a hollow tree that's accessible only through a narrow opening. The female bird lays her eggs in that nest, after which both the male and the female take turns incubating the eggs. Once the eggs hatch, both parents are actively involved in feeding and raising the chicks until they're mature enough to fly on their own. The keel-billed toucan is a brightly colored bird that can be found in the tropical forests of Central and South America. This bird is known for its distinctive beak, which is large and brightly colored. The beak is made up of two parts that are hinged together, which allows the bird to open its mouth wide to capture prey. The beak is also used as a tool to prune and trim branches in the forest so that the bird can access fruit more easily. The body of the keel-billed toucan is relatively small and compact, with a wingspan of about 20 inches. The plumage of the bird is mostly black with bright yellow on the neck and chest. The wings and tail feathers are edged in bright green, and the bill is primarily yellow with red, blue and green stripes. The keel-billed toucan is often mistaken for the more common channel-billed toucan, which also has a large beak, but is larger and has a different color pattern. The keel-billed toucan gets its name from the pronounced ridge, or keel, on the top of its beak. This is a great adaptation for the bird, as it allows for greater strength and stability when using the beak as a tool. Overall, the keel-billed toucan is a visually striking bird that is easily recognizable by its colorful beak and plumage. The keel-billed toucan can be found in the tropical forests of Central and South America, including countries such as Belize, Costa Rica, Guatemala, Honduras, Panama, Colombia, Ecuador, and Venezuela. This bird prefers to live in the canopy layer of the forest, which is the layer of leaves and branches that covers the tops of trees. The keel-billed toucan is adapted to living in this area, as its beak and toes provide it the necessary grasp and stability to easily move among the branches. The keel-billed toucan is known to be an adaptable bird and is able to live in a variety of forest types, including primary and secondary forests, as well as forest edges and clearings. It is also found in urban areas such as parks and gardens, especially where there are fruit trees. These urban areas provide a significant source of food for the keel-billed toucan, which has helped it to thrive even as its natural habitat continues to be destroyed by logging and deforestation. Although the keel-billed toucan is not considered endangered, it is protected by conservation laws in some countries where it lives. This is due to the fact that it is also preyed upon by some larger predators such as jaguars and eagles, and so it is important to ensure that its habitat remains intact and protected for the survival of the species. The keel-billed toucan is a social bird that is often seen in small groups of 6 to 12 birds. These groups are usually made up of family members, and they will often sleep together in tree cavities. The keel-billed toucan is a diurnal bird, which means it is active during the day. The birds spend much of their day socializing with other members of their group or preening their feathers. They are also highly active when it comes to searching for food. The keel-billed toucan is primarily a fruit-eating bird, but it will also consume insects, small lizards, and the eggs of other birds. When feeding on fruit, it will use its beak to slice through the skin and then swallow the flesh whole. The keel-billed toucan is known to have a great sense of smell, which helps it locate ripe fruit. It will also eat fruit that has started to ferment, which causes it to become alcoholic. The keel-billed toucan has a high tolerance for alcohol and can eat fermented fruit that would be toxic to other animals. Another interesting behavior of the keel-billed toucan is its courtship display. The male will approach the female with his beak open, revealing the bright colors inside his mouth. The male will then throw fruit or other items into the female's mouth as a way to impress her during courtship. Overall, the keel-billed toucan is a highly social and active bird that is primarily a fruit eater. Its fascinating behavior, including its ability to consume fermented fruit and its impressive courtship display, make it a unique and interesting bird. The scarlet macaw is widely considered one of the most beautiful birds on the planet. It is known for its vibrant colors and unique physical characteristics. A fully grown scarlet macaw can grow up to 33 inches in length and weigh up to 2.2 pounds. Its feather colors are a striking blend of red, yellow, and blue. The bird has a distinctive, U-shaped facial pattern with small white feathers surrounding a white beak. The wings and tail have long feathers with a blue hue. When the scarlet macaw spreads its wings, its beauty is unmatched. Apart from its stunning colors, the scarlet macaw has a scaly, hooked beak that is strong enough to break nuts and seeds. Its feet have 2 toes pointing forwards and 2 pointing backward, allowing it to easily balance on branches and climb trees. The scarlet macaw is truly a remarkable sight to behold. The scarlet macaw is native to the tropical rainforests of South America, specifically in the countries of Brazil, Peru, Colombia, Ecuador, and Venezuela. It is also found in parts of Central America, including Belize, Costa Rica, Guatemala, Honduras, and Panama. In the rainforest, the scarlet macaw can usually be found in the canopy layer of the trees, where it spends most of its life. The scarlet macaw prefers humid forests near rivers and swamps, but can also be found in drier regions of the rainforest. The birds are social creatures and are often found in pairs or flocks ranging from just a few birds to over 100. While the scarlet macaw is not considered to be endangered, the species is facing multiple threats. One of the biggest threats is habitat destruction due to deforestation. The rapid expansion of agriculture, logging, and mining in the rainforests has resulted in significant habitat loss for the scarlet macaw. Additionally, the bird is often captured and sold illegally in the exotic pet trade. The trapping of wild birds has resulted in population declines in some areas. The scarlet macaw is sometimes hunted for its meat or feathers, although this is less common. Fortunately, governments and conservation organizations have implemented several measures to protect the scarlet macaw. Conservation efforts include protecting habitat, education and awareness campaigns, and enforcing laws against the illegal trade in wildlife. Thanks to these efforts, the scarlet macaw continues to thrive in many parts of its range. The Wilson's bird of paradise is a small bird that measures up to 21 centimeters in length. The male bird has striking, colorful plumage. The top of its head is a bright turquoise blue, and it has a black face with a blue-green throat. Its back and chest feathers are a bright yellow that turn into an iridescent green towards the bird's tail. The bird's tail feathers are long and wire-like, and are orange in color. The female, however, is mostly a plain brown color. The Wilson's bird of paradise can only be found in the lowland rainforests of Waigeo and Batanta in Indonesia. It prefers to live in dense foliage near the ground or in lower trees. It has a preferred habitat of alluvial soil where the forest meets the coast. This bird thrives in areas with plenty of shade and humidity, which can make it a difficult bird to spot. The Wilson's bird of paradise has a unique and fascinating mating ritual. During courtship, the male bird will create a display area on the forest floor by removing debris and making a small mound. The male bird will then perform an intricate dance routine, which includes raising and lowering his crest feathers, bowing, twitching, and fluffing his feathers. He will use his long, wire-like tail feathers to create a circular wall around the display area. If a female bird is attracted to the male's display, she will enter the display area for mating. After mating, the female will lay a single egg in a small cup-like nest made of leaves and fibers. The male bird will then take over incubating the egg, sitting on it for up to 19 days until the chick hatches. After hatching, the chick is solely dependent on the male for protection and feeding. This unique breeding behavior sets the Wilson's bird of paradise apart from other bird species. The Wilson's bird of paradise is listed as near threatened on the International Union for Conservation of Nature's Red List of Threatened Species. This is due to habitat loss caused by deforestation, hunting, and trapping for the pet trade. The illegal pet trade is perhaps the biggest threat to the Wilson's bird of paradise. The bird is highly sought after for its vivid and unique plumage, and it can fetch high prices on the black market. In addition, the destruction of the bird's habitat has forced the species into fewer and fewer isolated pockets where it is at greater risk of inbreeding and overall survival. There are some conservation efforts in place to protect this species. For example, the Indonesian government has established a bird sanctuary on the island of Batanta. However, more needs to be done to ensure the long-term survival of the Wilson's bird of paradise. The Victoria Crowned Pigeon is one of the world's largest pigeon species, and it is known for its beautiful and unique appearance. The bird typically stands at 29 to 30 inches tall and can weigh up to 7.5 pounds. It has a distinctive blue-gray plumage, with a beautiful lace-like crest of feathers on its head, which can be raised or lowered according to its mood. The eyes have striking blue rings that add to its beauty. The bird's wingspan can be over 30 inches long, and it has a long, thick, curved beak to help it feed on fruits and seeds. The legs and feet are also unique for a bird of its size, with powerful toes and sharp claws. These characteristics make the Victoria Crowned Pigeon one of the most magnificent birds found in tropical regions. The Victoria Crowned Pigeon is found in New Guinea and surrounding islands. It lives in lowland forests and swamp habitats, and is a ground-dwelling bird. These birds are generally shy and stay close to their home range. Their diet consists mainly of fruits and seeds, but they may also eat small animals such as snails and insects. These pigeons have a unique digestive system that enables them to extract nutrients from hard seeds, which are difficult for other birds to digest. Due to their diet, they play an important role in seed dispersal and forest regeneration. They are also known to form monogamous pairs and live in small family groups. The Victoria Crowned Pigeon is listed as near threatened by the International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN, due to habitat loss and hunting. These birds are threatened by deforestation, forest fragmentation, and conversion of peatlands into oil palm plantations. Hunting for their meat and feathers also poses a threat to their population. In some areas, this species is hunted for cultural reasons, despite the fact that it is illegal. Several conservation initiatives have been put in place to protect these birds, including captive breeding programs, habitat protection, and anti-poaching efforts. By supporting these conservation efforts, we can work to ensure that this magnificent species is not threatened with extinction. We hope you enjoyed learning about some of the most beautiful tropical birds in the world. From the vibrant colors of the scarlet macaw to the unique patterns of the Wilson's bird of paradise, these birds are truly amazing. Tropical birds play an integral role in maintaining the ecological balance of their habitats. Unfortunately, many species are threatened due to habitat loss, illegal poaching and pet trade. Conservation efforts are crucial to protect these magnificent creatures from extinction. You too can help by supporting conservation organizations and avoiding products that contribute to deforestation. Thank you for watching Brainwaves. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting videos.